All right, good morning, kindergartners.
Good morning, Miss Hannah.
How are we today?
Good.
Good. So today we're going to talk about being a good citizen. Raise your hand if you know what being a good citizen is. Okay. Can anyone raise their hand and tell me what they think a good citizen might be? Scarlett?
A citizen is a person who looks really nice.
That's really nice. Adelie?
That's really kind.
That is very kind. Grayson?
That's really
That is really good. Aiden?
That's really good.
That's really, really good. John?
They're smart.
They're very smart. Adam?
They're awesome.
They're awesome. Yeah, those are some great examples of what a good citizen could be. A citizen is someone who is respectful, responsible, and safe. They make the best decisions. They help out one another. They have a great attitude, and they always follow directions and the rules. So a good citizen could be in our school, could be shown in our community, could be shown in our hometown of Topeka, or at home. So, does anyone know what a good deed is? Can anyone raise their hand and tell me what a good deed might be? Colby.
A good deed is like you help people, like when the old people and they can't really contact, you can help them.
Yeah, you can help elderly people. Adelie?
You can do kind things to them if they need help.
Yep, doing kind things and helping one another. Grayson?
You can, when people fall down, you can help them get back up.
Exactly, good job. Scarlett?
A good deed is like helping your mom with chores, helping people and your mom and dad.
Good job, helping mom and dad. So good deeds are like that. So it's like if a teacher or a friend drops something in the hallway, do you just let them keep walking and they lose their things? No, you should pick it up. Pick it up. Exactly. Yeah, pick it up and go give it to them and say, hey, you dropped this. And then in return they say thank you. And then in return you'll have that warm feeling in your heart for doing something for others, right? Yeah. And also good deeds could be if Mrs. Decker needed help with something and you volunteer without her being like, will anyone help me? You could say a compliment to someone or just holding the door. Mason, you did a good thing this morning. Where are you? There you are. You did a good thing and held the door for Adelie and her mom when they walked in this morning. And they said what? They said thank you. Did you feel good inside?
I did.
You did?
Because I did something. Jacor shut the door. I think, I don't know what grade, but I don't know who said pick it up. He didn't, but I did.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Did they tell you thank you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel good inside?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anyone else have any good deeds that have happened so far today? Or that you've done something and you just felt so good about it because in return they said thank you and gave you a nice smile? Lily?
I went sledding.
You went sledding and that was
my grandpa.
with your grandpa?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice. Adam?
My daddy, and me and my daddy built a China's toy. Yeah, it's not about toys, Adam. It's not about a toy.
Okay, let me repeat this one more time. So a good deed is you doing something for others. So going to get the newspaper outside for mom and dad in the morning on Saturday morning. Do you ever run out and get the newspaper for them?
No.
Do you ever clean up your room without them telling you to?
Yep. Yeah.
Do you ever pick up your toy room without them telling you? And then they say, thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
That was so nice of you. I'm so proud of you.
I forgot.
Yeah, folding up your blankies and putting them in the box that they belong in.
I just did that.
Hold on. Let's listen to our friends raising their hand. Grayson?
One day when I was for dinner, I always bring nuggets. When I was done, without them asking me, I picked up my plate. I picked up my plate and put it into the dishwasher. And my mom said I can have 5 extra minutes of my iPad.
Yeah. But you know, good citizens don't just do good deeds. They do good deeds by following the rules, following expectations in the room. So you know how we walk in the hallway, we're quiet, because Mrs. Decker wants us to, or we keep our hands behind our backs because we're not supposed to touch things behind, like on the walls, because we're respecting people's artwork and stuff. And you know, when we're in the classroom, a good deed could be if someone's crown broke and you say, hey, you can use my crown. That's being nice. That's doing a good deed. And they say thank you. Yeah? Does everyone understand what a good citizen is and a good deed would be? Yeah, Scarlett, do you have something to share?
One time at physical, they both somewhat, well, Logan Parker and Dan, I think, kissed each other, and they said if I did something, they'd break my glass, I'd bite over anyway.
See, that's being honest. That's a good citizen, being honest and protecting yourself. Yep, that was a smart thing to do. So today, we're going to read about Clifford the Big Red Dog and his good deeds that he does in his community. Okay? Mahi and Aiden, I need your eyes. Thank you. So we're going to read about him and what he does in his own community of being a good citizen, okay? All right. Clifford's good deeds. You got the hiccups? Do you need to get a drink of water?
No.
Okay. Can you get a drink of water after we read the book?
Okay.
Okay. After the book, Adam. Adam, come sit down.
I need
After we
one
read.
too.
Okay. After we're done reading, we can get one, okay?
Can I get
All right. Now, when I'm reading this, I expect a voice level. I expect a voice level of 0. I need all eyes and ears on me, okay? Cruz, voice is off. Thank you. All right. Clifford's good deeds. Hello. I'm Emily Elizabeth, and this is my dog, Clifford.
How you been? Why so big?
A boy named Tim lives across the street. One day, Tim said, I try to do a good deed every day. If I had Clifford, I could help a lot of people. I said, let's do some good deeds together. Do you ever wake up in the morning and think, I want to do a good deed today?
Not me.
Not you?
I do.
Raise your hand if you think that you're going to do a good deed every day. At least one good deed. Good. Everyone's hands should be up. You should always be able to do a good deed every day. All right, let's listen. A man was raking leaves. Tim gave him a hand. Then we helped him put the leaves in his truck. I didn't know that dry leaves made Clifford sneeze. Achoo! The man said he didn't need any more help. We went down the street. We saw a lady painting her fence. We helped her paint. When we finished, she thanked us. Have you ever had that moment where you saw someone doing something and you just wanted to help?
Yeah.
And then you did it and they said thank you? Did you have that warm feeling in your heart?
Yeah.
Because you're not receiving something back. You're receiving a warm thank you from them. It's not about receiving toys or ice creams. You know when you do something at home and mom and dad are like, if you do this, I'll give you a toy, or I'll give you some ice cream, or I'll give you a treat. Have you ever had that? Where mom and dad are like, they'll reward you with something for doing something? Yeah, well see, they didn't reward Clifford with doing anything. They rewarded him with the what?
I didn't put it in a
A
box.
thank you, because that's all that matters.
I didn't put it in a box.
All right, let's see what else he does. Clifford felt so happy that he wagged his tail. That was a mistake. White paint splattered all over her house. We said we would paint the rest of her house too. The lady said, never mind. Then we saw an old lady trying to get her kitten down from a tree. Tim said, Clifford, get the kitty. Clifford bent the limb down so the lady could reach her kitten. What do you think's going to happen? But his paw slipped. Look, he's running. He's sprinting. Do you think he's going to catch her?
Yeah.
Clifford moves pretty fast for a big dog. The lady was glad to get her kitten back. It didn't take us long to find our next good deed to do. Somebody had let the air out of the tires of a car. The man asked if we could help him. Tim took a rubber tube out of the car and stuck it on the tire valve. Then he told Clifford to blow air through the tube. Clifford blew, but he blew a little too hard. The man felt better when he took his car to a garage. That was nice of him. Could you lift a car like that? Why not?
I can.
I'm just kidding.
No, you can't. I huge car.
Voices up. Let's keep listening. We saw a small paper boy. He was so small that he couldn't throw the newspaper to the doorsteps. Clifford gave him a paw. Because do dogs have hands?
No.
No, they have paws.
Yes?
They don't have hands. They kind of like hands, but they're paws. Clifford was a little too strong. Nothing seemed to go right for us. All our good deeds were turning out wrong. Make sure your eyes are up here. Then we saw a terrible thing. A man was hurt and lying in the street. Nobody was helping him. Tim said, "You should never move an injured person." Clifford didn't hear him. He picked the man up. We started off to find a doctor. Oh dear. Do you think the man was actually injured? Can you see the image? Do you think the man was actually injured?
No.
The one laying on the ground right here? Do you think he was injured?
No.
No.
I can't see.
Do you see right there how you pulled him out? He's pulling guys out of the hole. You see that? Clifford thought he needed help.
That's actually a hole.
We helped the men get their cable back down the manhole. Tim said, "Clifford, maybe you shouldn't help anymore." Clifford felt very sad. He had tried so hard to do the right things. We headed for home. Do you think if something doesn't go right when helping others that you should stop doing good deeds and stop being a good citizen?
No.
No, why not? Who can raise their hand and tell me why? Aiden.
Because after some help, higher,
You forgot. What were you going to say? It's okay.
I forgot. After somebody helps you go away and then
You do something else. Allie, were you going to say something? What are you going to say?
you can help other people if they actually need it.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, Adam.
You can help people who try to build a AT-AT and I can help
Yeah.
a giant AT-AT.
So do you think Clifford should stop helping people just because one little thing went wrong with helping someone else?
Yeah.
No, he shouldn't. He should keep going because doing good deeds for others is always awesome, isn't it? It's always a kind thing. Let's keep reading. Suddenly, we heard somebody shouting, "Help! Fire!" The house on the corner was on the fire. Tim ran to the alarm box to call the fire department. Clifford ran to the burning house. There were two little kids upstairs. With Clifford's help, we got them out safely. You see how they're climbing off his back?
Yeah.
What do you usually do to help someone get down?
Ladder.
A ladder. Luckily, there was a swimming pool in the yard. Clifford put out the fire just as the firemen were arriving. You see that? How he's drinking all the water like a little, you know how your dogs have a bowl of water? He used the pool because he's so big. Hold on.
I'll do this brushing
Kind of like brush your teeth and then you all over the house. Let's see what happens. The firemen finished the job and thanked us for our help. That afternoon, the mayor gave us each a medal for our good deeds.
in Clifford.
Of course, Clifford got the biggest medal of all. Do you think doing just good deeds,
Yeah,
you should
so-
always, in return, receive a big award like that, a medal on your neck?
No.
No? No, you should not always have to receive a reward as a medal. You know, what kind of things should you receive in return? What kind of things do you think you would receive in return? Raise your hand, Adelie.
I thank you.
A thank you. What are some other things that you could get in return besides getting toys and ice cream and just a thank you? Yeah.
A hug and
A hug. Yes, Chase. Sound it out slow. You're welcome. There's so many nice compliments that you can do and say to others for just doing something? Can we all say crisscross applesauce and face forward?
Yeah.
Let me see all eyes and ears. All eyes and ears. Where's your eyes? Thank you. Layla, face forward. All right, so now that we've read about Clifford and his good deeds in his community, what were some things that he did in his community? Raise your hand and tell me some things that you remember from the book that he did. Chase.
He helped the kid
Get out safely from the fire. Adelie, what do you remember?
He helped the lady get the kitten down from the tree.
Yep, he did. Grayson?
He blew up the tire, but too late, so he carried it to the station.
He did. That was very nice of him. Layla?
He helped the lady pay for her thing.
Yep, he did. Mahi?
This way is that.
He what?
This way is that.
Yes, he was very sad at one point because he thought he wasn't doing the right thing. John?
He was trying to get all the leaves into the
Into the truck. Yeah, those were all great deeds that he did for his community. He was showing how to be a great citizen for his community. So I want you to think now. I know that he did some pretty awesome things in his community, but what are some good deeds and a way that you could be a good citizen here at school, at home, or here in our hometown in Topeka? Could you think of some examples? Could you raise your hand and share them? Mason.
I can put the lunch clips up to all those things.
Yeah, so then Mrs. Blake or I or Mrs. Decker wouldn't have to do that after we're done?
I included stick on once.
You did?
And I did it.
You did? And she say thank you? See, that's awesome. What other things could you do around the school or at home? Adelie.
You can help your mom set the table.
Without her telling you to? Yeah, John.
You can hold the door for someone.
Yeah, you could, Layla.
You can help your mom wash the dishes.
You could without having her to ask. Chase. So take a deep breath.
Help.
If you forget. Yeah, you can help mom and dad set up the dinner table and put plates and forks and all that. Awesome. Christian.
You can help your mom do the laundry.
Help do the laundry. Grayson, last one.
If people don't have money,
The people what?
if people have
You okay?
if people don't have tractors at their table, and people cut things out,
Yeah.
you can always help them.
Yeah, exactly. Those are awesome. All right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to have you go back to your tables when I tell you to. And you're... Oh, there we are. We are going to... Listen. Not yet. I'll tell you when. Okay, listen. We're almost done, okay? Can I have everyone's attention? Can I see that you're seeing crisscross applesauce like you're supposed to in class? Because we're all good citizens and we follow the rules and directions. So what's going to happen, listen, give me like 2 more minutes, okay? And then I'll let you go do this. So what's going to happen is we just talked about Clifford's good deeds for his community, showing that he's a good citizen. And now it's going to be your turn to show us how you're going to be a good citizen for your community. And I want you, what's the first thing you do when you get your piece of paper?
Write your name.
Write your name. Show your pride through your name. And you're going to draw an image of you doing a good deed in your community. So picking out trash at the house. If you see trash in the hallway, you pick it up and throw it away. Holding the door for someone. We just talked about a bunch of great examples that you do for your community. So I want you to think about that. Draw an image of you performing your good deed. And I want you to draw or write 1 to 2 sentences about what you're doing in the image. So how many sentences?
1 or
1 or 2. And then how many details do I expect? 10 details. And how many colors? 5 colors. All right. So what we're going to do is, let's see, who's showing me how to sit like a good kindergarten? When you're done with your image, we're going to give you these cool little magazines, and you're going to have to give them back when you're done. But it's called Being a Good Citizen. And in here, there's some good images. And then, of course, some of the reading might be a little challenging, but that's okay. You can see the different actions that these kids and families and parents are all performing in here of showing how to be good citizens. So when you're done, come to Mrs. Blake or I or Mrs. Decker and get a magazine, okay? Sound good? Thumbs up if you understand. Let me see. All thumbs. Awesome. All right, let's see. Let's see. Red row. You may go walk quietly to your tables and sit down. Not yet. Go sit down. Blue row. You may go sit and walk quietly to your tables. You okay, Christian? Green row. You may go walk quietly to your tables and sit down. I'll let you have kids. You can just look orange row. You may go sit down or work quietly. Either one. Oh, show me that you can be a good citizen in the classroom. Voices off.
I shocked my chin.
What should you be doing? John, go sit down. All right, get to work. Put those names at the top. Put the names at the top. Get your pencil out. All right, Cruz, sit down. Show me how you can be a good citizen. Leave the trash can. All right. Thank you for working so quietly, blue table over there. All right, let's get some worksheets. Go. Scarlett? Yes, we're doing. You can either draw your image or you can write your sentences first. You just need to have both done before you can read the magazine.
First name and last name? Okay.
Just a little bit, okay? I'll get you some colored pencils, okay? Get to writing. Wins. It's one of our sight words. Okay? Sound everything out, okay? You can do it. W's. I don't think it's up there. Here, where's your little name card thing? I'm coming, Jack. Went. Oh, went right there. Went. All right. Get to work. Let's see who's working quietly, doing what they're supposed to be doing. Sound it out. Draw your picture first then. Sit down. What? L. L. Sound it out, Adam. You can do it. What? Squint is right there. The bottom. Mahi, get to work on your own, babe. Good job, Christian. Thank you for writing your first and last name on your worksheet.
Okay. We don't need the worksheet.
Oh, Rick, show me. Get your name on it. Get your sentences written. And then I'll let you, okay? Get your sentence started writing. Yeah, 1 to 2 sentences.
No, we don't.
What? A good sentence? Okay, write a good sentence, yes. Hold on one second, Layla. You write your what?
We don't have to do it.
Okay, draw your picture first, that's fine.
Mommy, we don't have to write for that last name. We don't, right?
No, you need to write your first name, but if you write your last name, that's okay with me, okay?
Alright. You don't have